Hello, and welcome back to Oxygen Not Included. In our last episode, we started back again at the oxygen/hydrogen cooler. We did some planning out with the pipes so we could seal off this room up here, but we still don't have enough insulation to do anything with. I built a few more tiles here while I was letting them make some insulation, but insulation is just made so slow that stuff happens. While I was waiting, also I had them build this heavy conductive wire here, as well as some of the automation that we need in this room. These are the exact same as we've done before with the filter gates to make sure that the liquid temperature stays steady before it bothers to kick on the thermal aqua tuner. So these are the same as we've seen before, and so that's why I just went ahead and put them together. It's just showing you or telling you about it now, but but they can do that whenever we have time. So I also, while waiting again to make some insulation, I also give them a bunch of other jobs to start upgrading the heavy watt wire to heavy watt conductive wire around the base. And I was scrolling around the base getting those set up, and I saw this and saw that there's no irrigation, which means there's no polluted water, which is why we're not getting any insulation anymore. So I came down here to look, and sure enough, there's issues with the polluted water. Again, mixed, and we're starting to get more of the not polluted water than the polluted water. But worse than that is this. We're almost out of completely clean water. So we need to reconfigure this entire bit, and I hinted, or I more than hinted, I discussed doing this a couple of episodes ago. I don't know how many now, and deferred it for a little while just to just so that we could deal with it at a different time. But I think now is well past that time. And this isn't pumping, by the way, because this is too low. So we need to deal with this very, very quickly. We have some polluted water in here. We have some other polluted water scattered throughout the base. At least polluted water, if not polluted ice, scattered throughout the base. I don't remember where all. I found some over here. Basically, in any of the slime biomes, we're going to find at least a little bit of polluted water. So we can definitely take advantage of that and get that going. And we're obviously making polluted water when we pull the carbon dioxide out of the air. So we're making some. It's just not enough. And it's going directly into this pool via this loop, which I don't think we necessarily need the loop anymore. You know what? We'll keep the loop. But not enough of it is going back out into feeding the irrigation process. Then this whole cooling loop here is completely dead, or just about completely dead. And so we need to really make some changes here. So what I want to do is kind of rip up a bunch of this stuff, starting with this here. Of course, some of these pipes. And let's see. Actually, unpause. And I'll keep that in place. This is an override. We'll take this part out here. This bit here also then can go. Basically, anything that's not polluted water coming in here and then going right back out again is a problem at this point. But I need to adjust the priorities on these things so that they actually get done. And it's going to get this wire done behind them, but I'm not bothered by that. I need to pull these ladders up because we're going to actually move this sieve over here eventually. For now, though, it's not going to actually go anywhere. But I want to pull some of these up because... Oh, yeah, we don't need it. So the plan would be to actually potentially... Oh, the other rocket's coming back. That's good. Okay. And it's, of course, nighttime. But what I want to do here, basically, is I want to get the polluted water out of here. I want to let this run, regardless. I want to get the polluted water out of here and get the not polluted water out of here and into this tub. And then I want to take the water from this tub and pipe it over here to get disinfected. And so the plan would be to take the polluted water here And when we have too much of it, to convert it to clean water, and then take that clean water that's got food poisoning, if it still does, or whether it does or not, I don't care, but constantly be feeding that through this loop here and into the tank for the not polluted water. That would be my plan. Now, so we have a lot of water coming in here, but what I can also do is I can take this here and feed it into that pipe. So that's the other thing that I want to set up here. While they're taking that apart down there and whatnot, I also want to set this up. So let's take a liquid pump. Do we have power around? Maybe I can steal off of this one. Put a liquid pump here. Let's see what that looks like. Initial load 0. Oh, this is... No, I can't steal off of this one. Can I steal off of this one? Yeah, probably. Let's bring that over here. And up into there. And then plumbing. Insulated. No, not that way. Yeah, that's fine. We'll go this way. Then we'll come down. Jump. Down one more. And jump onto that. Too far. There. There. And that should be good. And this water is at 48 degrees right now. But that's fine. We'll just get what we can out of it. And then I want to make that a high priority too. Because, especially right now, because the, right now they're working on all of this stuff, and that's going to really deal some of the work. Alright, so hopefully they'll get that done quickly. And we'll have some water coming in again. Or steadily, I should say, into the tank here. Because that's all clean. There's no germs in that. Okay. So now this bit. This bit's just a complete mess, really. Honestly. Can I clean this up some? Probably. You know what? Actually, let's take a good chunk of this out and redo it completely. I think that would be best. Take all that out. Actually, let's even move this pipe out of here and down here. And I want to take this out. And the power. Okay, so this, let's also do gold amalgam just for fun. This one instead I want to be, I think, on this side. Instead. And I want to temporarily... pull that out too. We'll do that for now, I think. New printables, anything useful? No. And we can't take any dupes right now. Oh, I forgot to get Sydney out of her rocket. Okay, good. And at least for now, we're not going to do rocketing. Till we get the oxygen cooling. Okay, so this is going to do polluted water. So, if polluted water comes out of this pump, then I want that polluted water to go into this pipe. With priority. Just straighten that out. Having to be crooked doesn't help anybody. And I'm not going to bother powering that yet. Because we're not doing anything with it just yet anyway. Is this all always going to be polluted water? No, there could be some clean water in here too. So really that should get run through a filter and just get split right away. We can do that in a little bit. Actually, I didn't want to delete all those. Oopsie. Let's take this out as well and that out as well. Because I actually want this to come up and go that way. So all those pipes in the middle could have stayed. Oh well. Need to really get that one done right there. Somebody? There you go. Now that's going to let this move, and it's going to let this pipe drain out here. And really this should all be insulated at least that far, possibly even more. Yeah, let's do the whole thing back down all the way to there. I don't know why I had this. It must have been something I had before. That one's... Oh, never mind. That's necessary, actually. Because I want the polluted water to come this way first, to pull off of here first, but this to have priority over that. So it was a priority thing, not a anything else thing. Okay, this can come out, and that can come out. I'm going to go ahead and let them build the electrical stuff there, too. You know what? We're almost there. Let's just do the whole electrical wire there. These need to come out. So I think I can hook the power up here now. Oh, really? I started that and never finished it? Well, there's some more work for somebody inside the base to work on. I will leave that at lower priority. Alright, so that should start filtering that polluted water and the regular water. The other thing I need to do is this. Keep digging. Hope you found your way to the toilet bubbles. I'm surprised. Oh, we do have... No, let me cancel that request. That's probably overdone it. Okay. That takes care of that. Eventually the polluted water will come out of the pump. And if this way is blocked, or maybe if this way needs water, we'll have to figure out how to do that exactly, how we want to do that exactly. But we'll have to bring polluted water through a sieve into here. I don't know what metal was picked there, but we'll pick a different metal. We'll come this way then, and across here. I think I want to go straight through, so let's do something like this. Come down like that. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and give these priority, just so we can get them done. Yeah. Construction there. And that can go right into there. I still don't think this is right. I think there needs to be some sort of delay on the doors so that they don't close all at the same time. I need to look that up, though, I think. Are we getting water constantly in here? Yeah, we're just pushing it right back out again, almost full pipe back out again. So I might even need to have 2 outputs here. I don't know why this still has water in it, unless it did move some. Either way, we need to have that cooled down before we do anything with it. But I think I want to have a second output here for this. And it still could be controlled by the same thing, so it doesn't allow water in. Do that, and let's do that. All right. And then let's do a hydro sensor here. With that. Then I'm going to let this pump go more leeway. Because I want to try and get that flushed out and split apart. Let's do priority 7 here. So if this goes above 500, send a red, so send a green signal if it's below 500 kilograms. That way it doesn't overflow. That's the only reason for that. So I think I'm going to break this wire here. No, I can't do that. I want to just change this value. Just flip-flop it. So any polluted water that this pump pulls out is going to go up here, a priority over this. Which is fine, because this shouldn't be a problem. Although technically this could go and get injected onto this line somehow. That's an option. And it probably should, in fact. But it needs to come off of here. And then I want this to have priority. Messy. Let's see. I want this one to have priority over what comes out of here. How to accomplish. I know how to accomplish. This isn't going to be great. But I know how to accomplish. Alright, let's deconstruct this bridge. And then I also want to put a bridge right here. And I want to put a bridge right here. And then I want to eventually stop this from running. We can wait until this is done. Hopefully with 2 water inputs, one from the base and one from the disinfectant here, we'll have a better system going on here for bringing in water. We should be bringing in over a pipe and only exporting one pipe. That means this will rise again, at least in theory. Okay, so that got done. Let's turn this pump off for a moment. That way this will stop and this will drain. So that I don't deconstruct this pipe with polluted water in it. 39, please. And that can go there. And then this bridge can come back. And then this pipe can, or this pump can go back on. And we'll rebuild all that. Barbecue. Sure, we'll take it. I did some reconfiguring too of the storages here. Although we already have a problem. So I took meat and lettuce out of these, and I added 2 more also, but I took meat and lettuce out of these and put them into these. And I think, how much do you reach? Good. Let's do 1 more here. You have the room for it. And that'll be another one of these. Copy. Boom. That'll be, so meat and lettuce I'm considering ingredients, even though they're here in the edible list. I'm considering them ingredients, so they're here in the kitchen, and then the food that has been cooked is up here in the research room that we don't use as research anymore. Because we don't have any research left to do. Okay. So what's happening now is the polluted water coming from the base. Whatever is coming from the base, and I do need to have a filter on it so that I can filter out the clean water. But the polluted water coming from the base is going into this loop and then into the tank. The polluted water coming from some of the base, but mostly here, is going priority onto the exit here, or priority going toward the exit, and then any overflow is going into this loop and into the tank. But the polluted water right now coming out of the tank has priority to go onto this pipe and into the cooling loop here, and then to get pulled into here as irrigation for all the things that require all the bad polluted water irrigation. And the reason right now that this has priority the way that it does is because I want to empty this tank, get all the polluted water pumped out that we can, and more specifically, wow, this is rising fast. More specifically, get all the not polluted water out of here and into this tank. And as you can see, this is also falling fast because we're pushing basically a full pipe most of the time in through this system. And there's not much, if any, germs going into this process, so it doesn't take long for it to disinfect in the chlorine. Yeah, see, it's really low germ, 1,200 germs versus 200,000 some odd germs. So this is going to rise fast, and it'll just shut off once it gets to 500 kilograms at that level, just like it's supposed to. So hopefully this works out correctly. Although, to be fair, right now, well, depending. Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't have a full pipe of polluted water coming in, and no more than a full pipe going out. But hopefully we'll get that squared away, and it'll be much better. Okay, let's take a look at the insulation. We have 1,600 kilos of insulation. Did we make all I had queued up? Yes, we did. Let's see, it's 400 per block, so let's do 40 just to make it a nice even multiple. And as you can see, we only have 10 units of reed fiber anyway. So we just barely made what we had. But I can build 1,600, so I can build 1, 2, 3, 4 more blocks. All that work for that tiny bit of stuff. They still haven't built all of the automation up here. Did I block? Can I not get through there? I bet you. I wonder if they can't get through there for some goofy reason. Let's deconstruct that. That's fine. I was messing around here. What's going on here is I need to actually build a vacuum room here, like we have on our steel cooling room, and that's because I need to have a heavy watt wire coming in here because there's 3 aqua tuners, and that's way more than 1 wire, and I don't feel like running 3. So it's basically this exact same concept here. But up here instead, clearly. So we're going to need a gas pump in that room, but I won't do it yet. And this can connect up there. I don't know why I didn't do that already. And then this is going to have to go... Wait a minute, what the heck? Copper, copper. Why did that do lead? Oh, I don't have much copper. That's why I did lead. Okay, I used all my copper. And you, where are you? Down, 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 down here are dormant. Because of course you are. So guess what? We're going to have to smelt it. Let's do, I don't know, 50 copper. Okay, we need to make a couple of purple guys. Means I can eat one egg of those. And you guys are at 8, so I can eat all of your eggs again. Just one, though. That's all there are. All right. So I think this is a little bit better pipe system. It's going to need some more work still. It's not done yet. But I think this is in a better situation than it was a little bit ago. So the sort of long-term plan would be to be able to pull the polluted water off of here, off of the pump, when this pipe is backed up and the levels are full enough. The idea would be able to pull the polluted water off of this pump, or have it overflow, rather, I should say, off of this pump into a sieve and get pushed into this line after it's run through the sieve. Priority shouldn't matter too much there. So I probably will have to move this pipe because I think this is right exactly where a sieve would be. Yeah, that was dumb. So, I'll have to clean up these things too. But that's right where the sieve pipes need to be, so I'm going to lower this line down, but it'll be alright. We'll figure that out when it's time. It's going to be a while before we have too much polluted water, though, to do anything about. Ooh, I didn't notice that. Let's do that, and then they can keep working on this as well, because I can always grab a pump and pull this out of here. None of this is germy because it's too cold. So we can actually grab a pump, put it down here in the bottom, pipe it straight up into the air, and latch it onto this pipe here. The only thing that I could do at this stage of the game, or the stage of the process, I should say, is take a liquid filter from here. Actually, that might be a good place to put it. It needs to, I'm trying to think of how it needs to work. This, any not polluted water that this finds either needs to go into this line or into this line. It could be either. Might be easier to do it into this line. The only problem is priorities. Oh, that would be easy to fix too. Let's go ahead and set that, or start that up. We're going to deconstruct one of these. I'm just going to put it right on the line here. That way I can pull this in, pull this out. And then this is going to go there, and then this needs to get deconstructed here. I guess I want to be careful with that. Seven is fine for those. You can't get across there. Bit too big of a chasm for you. There too. Thank you, nighttime. So you can see why insulation is such a bear to make, because it takes 400 to make one insulation tile. 400 means 20 reed fiber. And that's a lot of reed fiber. So if you're watching this and you are earlier in the game than me, please set up a reed fiber farm. And grow as much reed fiber as you can if you're planning on making any insulation like I am here. Polluted water. Okay, this can come in like that, and this can come out like that. This needs to get broken right there. High priority, and then I'll just do a bridge right here. A slightly lower high priority. Then I can mop that up. If I hit the right buttons. Get out of there. And so what'll happen here is mostly nothing. Because most of the time this is polluted water. But if we are making plastic here, or if there's any other, you know, water coming from somewhere else, then that can get dealt with as necessary. Why are you going down there? Supposed to go the other way. Is that because it's not pulling the water through here yet? Please make this elbow somebody. That's somebody. Okay, Bubbles. There's Bubbles. Okay. So now this should be flowing again correctly. Thank you for flowing correctly. And that means we're deleting carbon dioxide again. Excellent. Sleepy future boy. Those should be up there. It shouldn't be sandstone either. Doggone it. Stupid sandstone. Alright, so I think that's where we're going to leave this for today. We do need to... I'm going to take a look at the liquid reservoirs and see if they need to be on a staggered delay, because this one fills up full. And then these two only get a little bit before they're flushed out. So, either that or you only really need one or the other. So I'm going to take a look at that and see how that is. And then in the next episode, I can talk about that. Wow, this is filling up fast now. Yeah, it was needed. It was really needed. And then, yeah, in the next episode, I'll talk about that. And then hopefully we'll be able to make some more insulated tiles and get the oxygen liquidized anyway. And then we can always work on the hydrogen later. So thank you all for joining me. And I'll see you next time. Bye for now.